Sadie started up the bus and adjusted her mirrors. Rosie looked sadly at her notes, still confused about what happened. Sadie felt bad for Rosie and racked her memory one last time. I remember seeing the foods class rep wearing a red coat. All right, so let's go to the red column and we're going to go to the foods. So that's true there. So we're going to put an O there and X for the rest of that row and X for the rest of that column. Oh, yeah, and it was a boy that was carrying the homework. So if we go to the homework column here, it was a boy, so it wasn't Alicia, and it wasn't Savannah. And let's see what we can figure out from those pieces of information. So here we have red, and the red person is foods. So foods does not have cookies and it does not have the can. So if we go down here, foods does not have the can and does not have cookies. And the foods and red were not on Friday. So foods is not on Friday. And then if we look at the person with the homework, had to be a boy. It has to be Bobby or Jimmy. And we know that the homework was on Wednesday. So we know it can't, so Duarte can't be that one, and Alicia can't be that one, and Savannah can't be that one. Well, that tells us something here. We have an O here because it's a last space, and X is in the rest of that column. So on Thursday, that's Alicia. And Alicia is not the can and not the homework. So we can add that here. Not the can and not the homework. Okay, already got that. She's not math and not history. So we add that here. She's not math and she's not history. So that means she's English. So we're going to add that there and put X's in the rest of that row. And if we keep going there, Alicia is not wearing blue and is not wearing black. So we add that here, not wearing blue and not wearing black. Okay, so if she's English then, since we know she doesn't have the can or the homework, we add that here. She doesn't have the can or the homework. And we've got that there. All right, so now we're ready for the last clue. And that says, oh, one more thing. The kid on Friday was carrying a newspaper. So Friday column, we go down and we know it's a newspaper. So we're going to add that there, and X's in the rest of that row, and X's in the rest of that column. Okay, so newspaper is Friday. We already know the person wearing black is Friday. So they're going to have the newspaper. So we're going to add that there. X's in the rest of that row and column. And then we know that that has to be the biology rep because that's the only space open there. So X is in the rest of that row. So the biology rep is carrying the newspaper, so I can add that here. And X is in the rest of that row. And X is in the rest of that column. And then we can make sure that everything, we have black and biology and newspaper and Friday. And we go over to here and we know that this has to be the biology person. And we're going to put an O there. And X in the rest of that row and X in the rest of that column. And we know that that whoever's carrying the newspaper, because it's on Friday, can't be Duarte, Alicia, or Bobby. So the newspaper can't be Duarte, Alicia, or Bobby. And if we go to here, the biology rep likewise can't be Duarte, Alicia, or Bobby. That way we know that Savannah is the biology rep, and put X's in the rest of that row. And let's see now what else we can do. So let's see what we can figure out from Savannah. So Savannah is the biology rep. And we know the biology rep is wearing black, so we'll put that here. And X's in the rest of that row and column. And that means that she has to be the one with the newspaper, so I'm going to put that here. Whoops, here. And then X in the rest of that row, and X in the rest of that column. And that means Savannah has to be on Friday. So we'll put X, an O there, and X for the rest of that row and column. And when we do that, we go, oh, here's a column. It only has one space left, so that must be Jimmy. So Jimmy was on Monday, and we put X's in the rest of that. And then we say, oh, that leaves one space here, so Wednesday had to be Bobby. And we put X's in the rest of that. And then so Duarte, by elimination, has to be Tuesday. And now we're going to go even further. So Tuesday and Duarte can't be the newspaper, can't be the homework. So make sure we know that this way. Can't be the newspaper, can't be the homework. Okay, we got that. Duarte can't be English, history, or biology. So Duarte can't be English, history, or biology. And Duarte won't be wearing blue, yellow, or black. So Duarte won't be wearing blue, yellow, or black. Now that puts an O here. And we can put X's in the rest of that column. And then, so now we know Jimmy's blue,